Hey crypto kids, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be jumping into the price of Bitcoin because Bitcoin is trying to stay above 30,000 US dollars. And earlier on today I discussed this bullish pennant on my Twitter on the 1 hourly time frame, and boom, it actually perfectly broke towards the upside. And as a matter of fact, we actually went up to $30,300 on Bitcoin. So that was absolutely awesome. And guys, if you want to be trading this Bitcoin volatility right now, you can head over to the description below where I have two of my personally preferred exchanges, Bitflex and Bybit. With this link for Bitflex, you can get a chance to winning 1,000 US dollars. And all you got to do is deposit 50 USDT, make one trade, and you'll be qualified. The winner will be selected on the 1st of November. And we have a very cool campaign with Bybit also. So make sure to check that out. But guys, yes, Bitcoin pumped to 30.3K, and now we're seeing a retracement towards the downside. Massive congrats to the guys that following me on Twitter. You would have made some nice profits. So what I want to do is I want to jump into the weekly time frame for Bitcoin because of course we have the broadening wedge, and I have a little bit of a hint over there. I don't know what's happened with that picture, but it's going to make a lot more sense once I unlock these. So actually I need to jump into the daily time frame for it to make a little bit more sense. And what we can do is we can we can get rid of this bullish pennant for now, and look at these particular trend lines and of course the parallel channel. So this should give us some solid information on what's going to happen. Now, if you've been watching the channel for the past couple of days, you would be in absolute mind-blowing situations because we exactly discussed this potential trade setup after we broke out from this ascending triangle. We discussed that we could potentially open a trade over here to the breakout and take profit in the 30.2K area. So again, if you've been watching the channel, massive congrats. I personally closed my position early at 29.1K because I was a little bit conservative on the fake Bitcoin spot ETF news, but for sure we have continued to pump. It's been absolutely amazing. And as you can notice, we're finding resistance still perfectly on the upper trend line of this ascending broadening channel. Now the question is, we're nearing towards the resistance of this massive parallel channel that we have on the weekly time frame, and now this triple top pattern picture is going to make sense. Why? Let's enlarge it a little bit. Hopefully it's not locked in place. So let me just quickly find it. There it is. So it is locked in place. If I unlock it and we enlarge it a little bit, you can see that what we're forming looks a little bit like a triple top pattern. Now, we discussed this in the previous video, but of course, for it to be valid, Bitcoin needs to pump towards the resistance of $30,600, which we are very close to coming to, by the way. And if we do get a rejection, then first of all, our first target is 28K, and then 25.4K is the next level. And that would actually complete a triple top pattern, which is incredibly bearish, especially on a macro time frame such as the weekly chart, which is something that we do not want. So ideally, we would want Bitcoin to pump to 30.6K, consolidate a little, and then pump towards the upside. However, because there is actually no ETF approvals, and just because we have a bullish momentum in the market, that's really why the market's pumping. But there is a massive chance that we get rejected from this $30,600 level. That is why I am not at the moment entering another long position. However, we are actually in very good profits on our spot account, where we've been accumulating some little bits of Bitcoin over the past couple of weeks over on Bitflex as well. So that is absolutely phenomenal. But looking back on the chart, what do I expect will happen in the upcoming hours? Now, ladies and gents, as I said, 30.6K, incredibly important. I mean, so important that if we break above it, then we can actually go into $34,000. But of course, 31.8K is another very important level of resistance. As we can see that Bitcoin has actually come to it, found support multiple times and found resistance. We saw massive rejections, massive pumps. So 31.7, 31.8K will be massive after 30.6. And of course, that would mean that Bitcoin would be making another swing high, as Bitcoin came to around $31,600 on the previous swing high. So things would go ballistic. Again, just to summarize, what am I waiting for? Well, I'm waiting for a rejection. because things just don't go up. Most likely we'll either see consolidation or a little bit of a rejection until we see another pump. But things do look very, very exciting indeed. And I did discuss that the MACD was flipping bullish on the weekly time frame. And by the way, Bitcoin is now officially back to $30,100. So the MACD did now have its confirmation as a bullish crossover, and this is absolutely amazing. The last time we saw a bullish crossover with good market structure, not the one over here, Bitcoin actually pumped. Let's have a look. So we had the bullish crossover right there. We did dump a little bit. We did dump 34%, which is not a big, which is a big amount, but we did end up pumping another 28%. So again, if you're a macro swing trader, that is pretty good, right? And you have a good risk tolerance. Well, there you go, right? But I, again, do think that we'll see somewhat of a rejection at 30.6, if not at 31.8. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin on the short term, intermediate term, on the massive macro. Look, we're at a phenomenal level. I do believe we'll be in an accumulation phase for a little bit more time, but hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully Bitcoin does break out, and hopefully this double top isn't confirmed, and we just go parabolic. But again, there are multiple steps in the way that we must get above. So I would be careful. But ladies and gents, talking about the MACD, by the way, if you go to cryptokit.com, I've linked this in the description below. I have the perfect strategy for you to actually learn how to trade the MACD, everything about it, all the beginner's guide, how to trade using it, etc. So do check out cryptokit.com. It's in the description below, right over there, and you can learn the MACD. So that is something cool. Ladies and gents, other than that, that is pretty much it for today's video. Again, make sure to follow me on Twitter and join the free Telegram channel so that you do not miss out on these TA updates that I do everywhere. So Twitter is linked right over here, and the free Telegram channel is linked right over there. Guys, the final thing, final thing, I just made a podcast with Mr. M, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you guys want to know a bit more about me, my story, how I started crypto, etc., this is a must watch. Again, I will link it in the description below. Ladies and gents, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash out that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and ladies and gents, I'll see you all in the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.